It was like you'd cut up a few people's faces like a mad surgeon taking inspiration from Picasso, and a blind man roughly assembled them into something like a person. The eyes were a little too big, a little too black. The nose too long and too flat. The teeth, oh God, the teeth. At angles that were just impossible, and far too many of them.
Someone needs to go to Turkey. While I was gone, he'd left his body and taken over mine. His body was old and he knew he was going to die soon, so he stole a healthy young body. My body!
My goddamn body, Michael Flynn.
I watched helplessly as Professor Jerome walked away with my body and set about living my life.
She said she passed the mirror and saw someone behind her in the reflection. A man. Thin, pale, mouth open like he was trying to scream. But when she turned around, it was empty. When she looked back, he was closer.
Welcome to episode 142 of Ghost Huns.
How have we got to 142?
I was thinking about this the other day, and I don't know.
142 episodes.
Hours.
Yeah, there's hours of this shit. Start at the top. If you're coming here from nowhere, just go to episode 1.
Yeah, it's very surprising, really, isn't it? Oh, God, I'm knackered. I think I'm hungover.
Yeah, well, I was going to say we had quite a few wines,
I had
didn't we?
quite a few drinks yesterday. We had a lovely time, though, didn't we?
We did. We went to the theatre.
Went to the theatre.
I've got the programme, because I can never remember what it's called.
Till Death Do Us Part.
Till the Stars Come Down.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know what? The main woman in it, she's great. She's in all sorts of stuff that I really like.
Is she?
Lucy Black, is that her name?
Fuck knows. Do you know what? I've got anxiety about me screaming out about a split end. I shouldn't have done that.
Why?
Well, I really wanted to just chop hair off in the middle.
Really?
Because it was all like fluffy at the bottom, and I was like, come on.
Yeah.
That's because I'm thinking about my own hair at the minute. I'm desperate for it to have a trim.
Oh, I see.
Because it's all ratty
I
and
actually
shit.
thought that her hair looked quite good down.
Oh, God,
I didn't look as frizzy
so
as like...
frizzy.
Really?
Yeah, but like, what a cunt to bring that up. Why did I bring that? It was the first thing I
said.
said.
With us lot, it wasn't...
Screamed at you. It's like, so is this chopper hair?
Nah.
What a bell end.
Nah, I think you're absolutely fine.
I hate that everyone, and I hate that they, like, as we were walking out, we went with Neil and Adam.
Yes.
The BFs.
Double date.
They are having an affair.
Yeah, we've decided that maybe that is a thing.
And I hate when you overhear people go, yeah, it was just so raw, wasn't it? And what do you think the meaning of? I was like, shut up.
Oh, yeah.
Shut up.
Did you hear someone saying it was raw?
Yeah.
It was a bit raw at the end.
I heard him
go
raw, like a carrot.
Yeah, it was a bit raw though.
I don't know if I'd recommend it. If you're going to pay your own money, I'm unsure. If I'm being brutally honest, yeah. If I'd have paid, I don't know how much tickets were, but if I'd have paid if I'd have paid 20, I'd have been all right.
They've given us free tickets so that we can talk about it on the pod.
Well, I am.
And you should go see it.
It was a bit like it was a bit like we're all northern. No, that's southern.
Yeah.
We're all northern, and me son, and we used to work in the mines and the pits, and like there is more to the north than the fucking pits.
Yeah,
Jesus
it was quite nostalgic, kitchen sink kind of.
Yeah, royal family.
It came up now.
Yeah, it was the royal family.
Have you taken off your dress?
It's really annoying for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even that northern, but it's very annoying that it's my ends and everyone's like, "Can we move on from the fucking mines and the pits?" Like, there's a fucking View Cinema there now.
Well, it's bizarre that I'm wondering, like, is this a newly written play? Because I'm very confused about why
I know
we're going back in that kind of history. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, the songs in it were like Nelly, Hot in Here.
Yeah,
so I don't know whether it's a new take on her. But we had a nice time anyway. We had some wines. We had some laughs, didn't we, at the pub after?
We did.
We had lots of laughs.
Sylvia, Sinead Matthews. I really like her.
Yeah, she was great. They were all really good. And the bloke from Teachers, who I used to think was really fit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what's his name? His name is Adrian Bauer.
Yeah, fit.
Oh, really? I didn't think he was fit on stage, but I see what you mean.
No, he was fit back in the day. Oh, he was really fit.
Really?
But yeah, we had a nice time. So, do you know what? Susie's going to get so distracted by this book now. Look at her. She's not saying a word. I'm like, keep it going, Hannah. It is a podcast. Do you know, we went to Romania. Susie, we went to this bar. There was like the one bar in Bran. And Susie read the menu for about 35 minutes.
Oh,
do you remember that?
I still miss that menu.
And the man tried to take it off you and you were like, no. It's because it was about 75 pages long.
So I was
but she was obsessed.
I'm fascinated by a long menu.
Yeah, well, like how much? And everything came out really quickly. So like what's your game?
I knew everything was going to be horrific.
Yeah.
Because it was like, would you like number 182 on the menu? And you're like, oh.
It's just another variation of ham, cheese and bread.
Yeah, but I was like, I think I was trying to find the diamond in the rough, but I couldn't find it. I was determined there wasn't one.
The cocktails in that bar, though, fantastic.
Yeah.
That's what I will say.
And the lads were nice, weren't they?
They were great.
They were lovely.
Except it closed at 9 p.m. and we weren't very happy about that.
Oh, yeah. We wanted an after party.
Wanted to go back out and get battered. I forgot it was my brother-in-law's birthday today and I've just like sent him some cash.
That's nice.
How, like...
Just a transfer.
Yeah. I was like, happy birthday, Rob, on the reference. How impersonal is that?
That's nice, though.
Yeah, well, they're coming to Edinburgh for his birthday present.
Oh, really?
Millie's organised Edinburgh so they're going to come for a few days.
To come see you up there.
Yeah, so I was like, I'll just give him some money and he can book some shows.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
Adam was like, at least give him cash. I was like, that mean I've got to go to a cash point?
No, also, who wants cash?
Who wants cash? Then I have to buy a card to put it in.
Cash
I can't
isn't king.
shove him a fistful of cash.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't carry cash on my person these days.
Not?
No.
I have a bit. I usually have about 100 quid.
Really?
Yeah.
God,
just in case.
You just have money on you.
Well, my granddad used to always carry like 100 quid on him, saying you should always have money just in case something happens. Always have cold hard cash.
Really?
Just in case.
Well,
the
I know
worst
to
happens.
mug you then.
Yeah, I don't think I've got £100 now. I think I've got about 60.
On your person now?
Yeah, in my purse. Yeah.
Ooh.
Just because.
What could we do with that?
Sugar daddy.
Hey, sugar mama.
But yeah, just because I've always thought, what if I lose my phone, lose my cards, and I can't get home?
Mm.
Then the idea of walking home freaks me out.
Yeah, I don't like that. To be honest, I was quite pissed last night walking home.
Were you?
And I nearly went round the back of the council estate and I was like, probably shouldn't.
Yeah, being pissed makes you brave.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then I wanted to do my main character walk where I put my headphones on and listen to something really like epic.
Natalie and Bruley are torn.
I wasn't going pop epic. I was going like beats.
Beats? Fucking hell, you will mug me.
Fucking beats. Yeah. I was like, people should watch out for me.
Susie coming around the corner in a puffer jacket with her headphones on going, give me a fucking money, bruv.
Yeah, give me your fucking phone.
I love that.
But I turned up alive. Oh, I saw a mouse in the flat today.
Did you?
Yeah, a little mousey.
What, in your flat?
In Deep's one. So it in the villa. So it came out from under the fridge and was like,
yeah, they're fucking brave.
They are brave, but also adorable.
Yeah, they are cute. I will give them. I like seeing them in the tube.
I don't want to kill it, but it is.
Live with it.
Live with it. Live with it.
It's fine. Mice used to bother me when I used to see one in our old flat in Kennington years ago, and it got so brave that it'd just be stood on the side like waving.
Yeah, they do get a bit
like,
brazen.
Hey girl, and I was like, there's nothing I can do about you.
Yeah, I know.
At all. I rang the landlord at midnight.
Was like that when I got onto my duvet, and when I went, oh, and it went. If you can't hear, I'm blinking. She looked at me like, why she stood up? That's weird. I thought she was asleep.
So, that does scare me, actually.
Horrific. And I remember being like, I think there was a boy I fancied at the time. And I was like, can I come sleep over your couch? Didn't respond.
Oh, that's so sad. He was like, no.
Oh, great.
It's like, thank God there's an excuse.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, damsel in distress. No interest.
If a mouse wanted to share my bed and was like,
Yeah.
They like kind of went, me and you?
Yeah,
and I'd go, go on then, yeah. But the scary thing is the making me jump.
Yes, because they're quick.
They're fast.
They're very
so
fast.
I wouldn't mind if it was like, and I'd be like, fine, yeah, all right.
Slow
but like,
one.
Get in then.
Yeah.
And then I'd peel the bed covers back. And I'd tuck it in. I would be okay with that, I think. Because mice are cute.
Yeah, they are.
And I love them on the tube.
Me too.
I love them on the tube.
Scuffling about.
I do like a big...
It's their empire, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's where they live.
I feel like I've gone to see the beavers.
Oh, I can't wait to see the beavers.
But I do
Hannah
that face.
lives close to beavers and she doesn't even make the most of it.
Susie and Neil come to see the fucking beavers.
I can't wait.
I'm going to go to the river while you go to the beavers.
Oh, my God. We were going to go see the beavers on the weekend, but then we realised it would be a bit of a damp squib if I just tried to see them in Greenford on a random Sunday.
Where's Greenford?
Greenford's fucking west. But they've been introduced to Greenford.
Right.
And
Greenford, Beaver, Greenford.
Yeah, Paradise Fields. And they do live there, and we did try and go and see them, but we didn't have any luck.
Right.
But then I thought, I want to make a proper day of it.
You want to know that you're going to get some beaver.
I do want to get some beaver.
You want to know. You want it.
Hard.
You want it
They're
confirmed.
so elusive.
Are
and I
they?
keep seeing on these Facebook groups that people are like, I saw a beaver today. And I'm like, how do you... I'm so unlucky. I need to see one.
You've never seen one at IRL?
No. I was going to go to Nagasaki for it.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, in a bio farm. But they're not native to
Where's Nagasaki?
Japan.
You're going to go to Japan for
I
beavers?
genuinely was like, I could go solo trip.
I'm not bothered about Japan.
Are you not?
No, I just couldn't give a shit.
Really?
Yeah. No.
Do you not think you'd like it? Do you like
No.
sushi?
Yeah.
Oh, I think you'd like it.
I just see a lot. I just
like
think
sake.
Is it just vending machines?
I think there's more to it than that.
That's all I ever see on TikTok.
Very zen gardens.
I don't know. Something about it gives me the willies. I'd go rural Japan. I'd enjoy.
100%, yeah.
Definitely, but not city
yeah,
Japan.
like the suicide forest.
Oh, I really want to go
Very
there.
haunted forest.
Who was it? There's that video that had a body in it.
Well, there's some awful TikTokers, influencers, YouTubers.
Was it that Jake Paul?
Who don't take it very seriously and they all just fuck about, no respect.
Yeah,
Unlike
they
us,
found a
we're
body,
very...
didn't they?
Yeah. Well, it's a very sad place because it's where people take their lives. But...
I tell you what, I've fallen into such a deep hole of the Idaho murders.
Oh, have you?
Have you been listening?
Well,
I listened to the Red-Handed episode on it again and their
Right.
update, and they do it extraordinarily well.
Yeah.
But it's so
They're good
fucking
girls.
mental.
What's the update then?
He's taken a plea deal that Brian Koberger, who's the guy who's been
Yeah.
arrested, he's now taken. He was like, no, it wasn't me, and they're like, we found your DNA like everywhere. Like, shut up. And like everything, like he's such an idiot. He's so stupid. And he like was doing a PhD in criminology and thought it was amazing. And he's just a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Because he's just like gone in and left all of his DNA everywhere. Like was seen cleaning down his car with gloves and bleach. Like,
Oh,
what you doing, you
fucking
idiot?
prick.
And then he was like, no, I'm definitely like innocent. And then they gave him a plea deal, which was like, we'll take the death penalty off the day. Because you know they have
Yes, that was right. Because
they
they
have-
wanted him to fry.
they have a firing squad in Idaho.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, isn't that mad?
Go on, Idaho.
They brought back the firing squad.
Oh, he
Isn't that
deserves
mental?
Yeah.
But so then they were like, well, we'll take the death penalty off the table if you
Plead guilty, and he
you spend
did.
the rest of your life in prison. And he did. And the video of him and just
You
pleading
would
guilty is so scary.
Oh, really?
Well, he's just like, yeah,
Nothing behind the
guilty,
eyes.
guilty, like couldn't give a fuck. But
Do you know
like,
what? I have a question about serial killers
yeah,
or killers like that. The idea of doing it and then getting caught and going to prison for the rest of your life, do they do it knowing that for the one thrill, just to kill and get that thrill, and for the rest of their lives they'll go, even if I went down, I never had a kill again?
no. I
Is that
think
what they
they
do, or-
genuinely believe that they will get away
They
with
get
it.
away
There's
with
no
it.
way that they're going to get caught.
So it's not like going, do you know what, just once in my life I want
No.
to do a murder and then fine.
I think every single killer is like, I'm never going to get caught.
Oh, because the narcissism.
Because they think they're so clever.
I see. Yeah.
And like for him to go into a house full of like 5 or 6 people and kill 4 is mental.
Yeah.
Like it's mad. And he shaved his eyebrows, which is really weird.
Oh, he sounds
He's
absolutely
rank.
horrific.
He is disgusting. But I have I thought it was really interesting. And Red Handed do an amazing episode about it. So it's just very sad, isn't it? It's all
Yeah.
very, very, very sad.
Well, I'm getting into the mushroom lady.
Oh right. What is this?
Right, so there's a woman called Erin Patterson from Australia.
Erin Peterson.
Yeah, she pretended
It's
she
not
had,
her that was like
she pretended she had cancer. I think there's a certain breed of person
in Australia usually.
Really?
Well, that woman who they did that documentary about was from Australia.
Oh,
Australia.
really? Australia.
Australia.
You just can't pretend you have cancer.
No, you really can't. Like, you're going to get found out so quickly as well.
But I think that kind of
like
breed
that
of
man
person
on Agony Huns.
is the worst.
We had a problem on Agony Huns from this woman who says that her boyfriend's lying about cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
It's
interesting
more common than you think.
And he's like, I've just taken some paracetamol and I'm fine. What are you doing, you moron? You can't just have some ibuprofen and move on.
But this woman basically, like, not only did she lie about that, she poisoned her in-laws.
With a beef welly?
With a beef welly. Yeah, she put some death cap mushrooms that she'd foraged. Well, I don't think she foraged. I think she ordered them. And she put them in. She had a different coloured plate so that everyone had the poison stuff. And it was her in-laws, but it was her estranged husband. And he was like, I'm not coming to this dinner.
No, that's mad.
I don't want to see you. And she was like, you should. It's a very important dinner. And these messages that prove that basically she really wanted to lure him there so she could kill him as well. And it was the in-laws and then like the in-laws like sister and husband.
So his family.
Yeah, his family. And then only one survivor. He like survived the death cap mushroom. But like she gone down. She was tried by a jury and they found her guilty.
What a mad bitch.
Yeah, real mad bitch. But like...
A beef welly though.
Fuck.
I do love a beef welly.
I do like a beef welly. It wouldn't put me off a beef welly.
No, absolutely
You've got to be careful who's cooked it for you.
I thought you didn't like mushrooms though. You're not a mushroom fan,
no,
are you?
I do
texture.
Yeah. Do you know what? Like mashed up, like fried up
like
with cream in
rigatoni
or in a pate. Yeah.
Garlic wine.
Yeah, making it like the veggie bolognese. Lovely.
Yeah.
But not that kind of insipid shit on a fry-up.
Insipid shit. I love mushrooms.
When they just lie there alone on a plate.
Raw. I like them raw.
Oh,
I like them raw, like that play we watched last night.
Very raw.
Oh, it's come full circle, hasn't it? Do you want to pick a tarot?
Yes.
Someone's going to be like, oh, it doesn't start till 10 minutes in.
Ooh, High Priestess.
Oh, yes, Queen.
Oh, hey, Priestess.
Oh, that's great. Well, do we even need to know what that... Yeah. It's just all good shit, isn't it?
What is it saying? Oh, look. High
We're so lucky.
We are. That's nice to hear that today, actually.
Girl. Hit me with it, girl.
Well, I don't know whether it was upside down or upright. I think it was upside.
Do you think it was the wrong way around?
I think it was reversed. Yeah, it suggests that when you have problems, it's usually because you're so attracted to your inner life that it's become an addiction in itself.
Oh.
It blots out your interests in ordinary reality, friends and family, the connections that hold us fast to our worldly identities. Don't take this card as permission to abandon the world. It's a reminder to balance your outer identifications with internal cultivation.
Oh, that sounds nice, does it? I'm really confused.
Yeah.
I think that's confusing.
Do you want to look up Reversed High Priestess?
Reversed High Priestess. God.
Am I going too inner? Maybe I'm
going
to inside myself.
Okay. It can indicate disconnection from intuition, secrets, or hidden agendas. It suggests a lack of trust, difficulty communicating, or a feeling of being out of touch with one's inner wisdom. So you're not in touch with your emotions. We aren't in touch with our emotions
We
right
need
now.
to really dig into what our inner gut is saying.
Yeah. I need a big shit.
Do you?
No.
Okay.
I was just saying that was what your gut might say to you.
It might. Okay, so over this episode, we just need to listen to our instincts.
Yes.
And that's for our day today. Listen to your instincts.
Okay, my instinct is saying we need to tell a story.
Yeah. Same.
Oh, God. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Go ahead. I feel very unprepared for this record. I've woken up so late and so, it's not been a good start to the day.
Really?
This fucking woman in Starbucks. Right, listen, I had to go to Starbucks because I did want to go to the independent coffee shop, but there was a queue the size of, one for Nemesis in Alton Towers.
Yeah.
So I couldn't go there. So I've had to go to fucking Starbucks. This woman in front of me, she was like, wonder what I want. Do you do the mocha cold foam or shall I have the strawberry cut?
Oh, no.
And I was like, can you just fucking get out? And then she dropped something on the floor, picked it up, put it in a bag, and then was putting a change back in a bag. And then knocked something else off. And I was like, get out of the fucking way, you slag!
Oh, my God.
Get out of the way. It was so annoying.
People like that need to go to an island and be cut off.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a special type of person that does that. That's very annoying.
Oh, I wanted it dead. Bit unreasonable, I think.
Well, listen. Here we go. Are you ready for this?
I am. Do you think it's really... I was thinking, my mum's birthday isn't for a while away, but do you think it's inappropriate if I buy her a Patreon subscription to our podcast?
Don't. Really don't. There's some shit on there that I don't want anyone to hear.
Oh, good point, yeah.
Yeah, please never do that.
Yeah, no one sign up, please.
I volunteer for the Mountain Bothies Association. Bothy. Whenever I can. A little less now. I have my boy, but whenever I can. We've always said when our boy's old enough, we'll do a tour of all the Bothies and let him know where his daddy fixed a leak or gave it a new lick of paint. Now, I've heard some weird shit and some too... Now I've heard some weird shit and I've seen some too, and most of it can be put right down to overactive imaginations and old Mother Nature liking her little jokes. But there's one story I want to share because Lord knows I've never made any sense of it.
Oh, right.
And maybe you'll have an idea. It started without much in the way of hassle. It was a Saturday. My wife was reading to my boy while I was making us sandwiches. Tuna and cucumber.
Oh, lovely.
I remember I was cutting the boys into the little triangles he likes to try and sway him over to the best of both bread instead of white, our latest battle at home. I was just piling the neat shapes onto his plate and wiping the knife down when my phone rang in the other room.
How are you making your tuna sandwich? If you're going to make a tuna sandwich, We've
discussed this before.
Oh, have we?
We have, yeah, about 7 times. But I'll tell you, mayo, a grating of cheddar cheese, mature.
Mixed in,
a squeeze of lemon.
Oh.
Loads of pepper.
Oh, interesting.
And the tin of tuna. And then to make it crunchy, probably I'm putting maybe the cucumber over the top.
Red onion? Spring onion. I like a red onion.
Spring onion's lovely, yeah.
Yeah, all mixed in a wrap for me.
Yeah, wraps I'm not that into.
I really do love a wrap. I think it's the
Pret one I had yesterday was shite.
Yeah, but that's Pret, innit? A proper freshly made wrap of your own. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Let's get back into Scotland.
Sorry.
Okay.
Scotland.
Jane from the NBA, my wife called. NBA being the Mountain Bothies Association.
Oh, not the Netball Basketball Association or whatever it's called.
I don't think so.
National Basketball.
Wonder what she's after. I draped the dishcloth over my shoulder as I headed out. Mike, I'm so sorry to bother you at home. Jane always sounded rushed, but this was bad even for her. We're not sure yet, but it could be an emergency. The story wasn't unusual, I thought. Some young couple had taken up an autumn walking holiday and decided to spend a wet night in one of our bothies. Jane related they'd taken one look at the place and hightailed it back to the nearest village to call the NBA. Completely destroyed were the words they used. What, like a ruin? I scratched my stubble. Scotland could get pretty stormy. It wouldn't be the first time a roof had caved in. I heard a rush of static as Jane sighed. I'm not sure. They didn't go into much detail. In fact, they said we should take it off our list and board it up. When you spend a lot of time down the pub with hikers and walkers and campers, you hear your share of stories. Some are outlandish, some are plausible, but no matter what, there's always a certain kind of person who lets it all get to their head. Superstitious folk, I call them. Now, when you spend a lot of time down the pub with... I've said it!
Excuse me. What?
Don't worry, Jane. I'll head up tomorrow and take a look. Probably a bunch of kids trashing the place. A lark.
Right.
That's short notice, my wife said once I'd hung up. I shrugged, rubbing my stubble again. Best not to leave if it's really bad with the weather getting worse and all. Could make it so the whole place has to be rebuilt. Want us to come with you? What? Have the bairn and some vandalised body for the weekend? I ruffled the boy's golden hair. Nah, he could have a couple more years before I put him to work. Anyway, let's get these sarnies. Now.
Sarnies?
Sarnies.
Like sandwiches? Tuna sandwiches.
Yeah, Sanny.
God, I really want a tuna sandwich.
Me too, on white bread.
Yeah, gotta be.
Now, I suspect a lot of you reading this are maybe the superstitious type. You get some story in your head and the next thing you know, you're seeing what's-its and whatnots in every dark corner. I'd spent half my life on moors and fens and hills. Nothing scarier than an overactive imagination. And I'm not even an imaginative bloke, so there's no worst case scenario that even crossed my mind. I set off after a late breakfast the next morning. The Bothy was a fair old trek from my house. It would have taken 3 hours in the best car in the nicest weather, but it was setting up with a nice drivel, so Drivel?
Drizzle.
It was setting up with a nice drizzle when I left, so it took closer to 4.5 in my faithful Land Rover. Even with that, the Bothy wasn't close to any roads, so it took another walk uphill on the Scottish terrain with poor visibility. Vis-a-vis. Poor visibility to get to the actual place, by which time the sky was darkening to a stormy grey.
Oh, lovely.
This is a very atmospheric
I
one.
want a storm.
Yeah. And you should take this into consideration when you're in Scotland. Maybe go visit a Bothy.
Oh, yeah, Bothy.
Oh. The light was still good enough when I got there to know that Jane hadn't been wrong to call me out. I could see a gaping mouth in the roof, wide enough to fit 4 men standing together.
Hang on, what?
The Bothy's fucked up.
Oh, right, so not an actual mouth.
No.
Not a real life mouth.
No mouth.
Right, just a hole.
Yeah.
Right.
More than that, the window closest to me was smashed, and some idiot had left the door open. The wind whistled round me. It wasn't hard to imagine that a particularly nasty storm had come in from the coast of an evening. I wasn't particularly concerned with how it had happened, though I just...
Had a stroke.
What? Just what? Oh. I wasn't concerned with how it had happened, though, just what in the blazes I could do to patch it up. The stuff in my pack wouldn't be enough, that was for sure, and no way I could spend the night there with the place having more holes than Tony Blair's latest speech.
Very nice.
Wow.
Bit of political.
Very, very nostalgic political.
Yeah, was this written in the 1990s?
I think it must have been, yeah.
Wow. Tony Blair's political speech.
Wow. The only thing for it would... This is written in a way that is pissing me off. Only thing for it would be to see how bad the damage really was. Hike back to the car, head down to the village, and decide what I need the next day. Drawing up to the Bothy, my frown deepened. The stonework on the outside was damaged, but for the life of me, I couldn't work out how a storm would have caused it. There were great ruddy gouges in the brick, like it'd been lashed by the world's strongest branch. After a while of rubbing my stubble and pursuing my lips...
Excuse me?
Pursing.
Right.
Yeah.
I
want to pursue your lips.
Yeah, rubbing my dick and pursuing your lips. Rubbing my bollocks.
Pursing my lips. I decided the walls were probably old and the wind had knocked out some structural issues. It's probably worth saying here that I'm a handyman by trade.
Oh, yeah.
I fix up...
I
fix up bits and bobs for people, and I help them with a bit of bricklaying or tiling and what have you. I'm not a builder or any kind of engineer, though. I just saw a wrecked house and figured, storm.
Well, then I don't think you should be giving your professional opinion.
Yeah, in the Mountain Bothy Association. So when I went inside and saw stuff that didn't make sense for a storm, I couldn't make head or tail of it. The door had been torn clear off its hinges, not left open. It was against the opposite wall with more of those gouges in it. I'd installed doors like it before. They were solid and they weren't easy to take off or chuck around. The walls weren't all scraped up, but they had weird black lines on them. In some places, it looked like writing or drawing. In other places, more like streaks of soot from a fire. I've seen stuff made by people and stuff made by nature. Those marks were the first things I ever saw where I couldn't make the distinction. It was the rabbits that got me, though.
What do you mean?
All piled up in the corner.
Ugh,
Must have been at least 20, if not more.
Smells like Adam's fridge, probably.
Yeah, yeah. Is this Adam? Has he been at the Mountain Bothy?
Don't worry, babe. It's fine. It's fine. It's not that bad.
I know hunters sometimes come around here and maybe a dog catches a rabbit or two, but they didn't seem to have died from having their throats slit or being shot. Most of them looked like they'd been stomped on, though a few had torn out guts like someone had tried to do it with their bare hands.
Oh, dear.
Kids, I thought to myself. Probably a group of local ones who thought it'd be funny to make the place look like something out of a horror movie. Well, I'd go to the village, I'd ask around, and if I could catch the buggers, I'd have them out here cleaning it up with me, and a walloping for hurting animals. As I turned back, I thought I saw a flash of something dark in the corner. It was only a glimpse, not even a nanosecond, but I could have sworn I saw a dark figure, or something that looked like a dark figure. When I turned to look properly, though, it was just a dark corner, with some junk in it, no figure. Just a couple of old wooden beams, a few old beer cans, and those weird black streaks. I took a couple of seconds to check, trying to calm my pounding heart, but in the end I just decided to leave before I let it get to me. I whistled a light tune as I headed out the doorway, swinging my mag light at my side. I don't remember what, probably just whatever notes I could string together.
Is that a headlight?
Yeah, it's a torch.
Oh, just a normal torch.
Yeah. Years out in the countryside had taught me the worst thing to do is let yourself get the creeps. That's when you start wanting to call your mum and need the nightlight. Despite my self-reassurance, I was feeling a little riled up as I headed back to my car. The dead rabbits, the broken walls, it wasn't a pretty scene. Maybe having a son made me a little soft, but I felt a bit ill. I'll admit it since you don't know me, but I was glad I wouldn't be there in the dark. I was almost feeling better by the time I got back to the path proper and headed round a bend, putting the building out of sight and out of mind, as my nan would say. Oh, bloody kids, I said again, nice and loud so I'd hear a human voice and remind myself not to watch too much of that CSI stuff before bed in the future. By the time I was a good ways down the road, I was feeling chipper enough I didn't think a thing of it when I saw the jogger. In hindsight, there wasn't much of a reason to assume he was a jogger. He didn't have any kit on and the wind was whipping up a nice autumn chill, but he had his back to me. And I couldn't really think what he was wearing. It sounds strange, doesn't it? I'm sitting here racking my head trying to remember because it isn't like me, but every time I think of a way to describe this bloke, it kind of falls short. I couldn't tell you his height or weight or anything really. In hindsight, it could be a woman.
And you shouldn't actually, very rude.
Yeah, do not presume anything. In hindsight, it could be a woman for all I know. He must have looked... no. He mustn't have looked too funny, though, because I had no problem yelling out, "Hey, mate, you all right there?" and hurrying my pace to meet him. The terrain was rough and he wasn't on the path.
I think this guy seems like a moron.
The one in the main guy?
Yeah. I think he seems like an idiot.
Get to your car and leave.
Go home, busybody.
Leave the jogger alone.
Eat your fucking tuna sandwich and fuck off.
Yeah. In fact, he was a little way off overlooking a short cliff, which the path took a winding route down. I figured he was enjoying the view, or maybe lost. Either way, the guy didn't turn. He didn't acknowledge me at all. The wind was really getting into it, whistling something fierce around my ears. It seemed likely he couldn't hear me. It was when I got within maybe 15 foot of him that things began to feel off. Not the bloke. For a moment, I was actually sort of glad someone else was out there.
Is that a foot?
Yeah.
What about that? That's pretty close, and that's too close, I think.
I think from you to me, that's 15 foot.
I think that's too close to be getting up to a stranger by a bothy.
Yeah.
In a mountain.
By a cliff edge.
With
his back to you.
With his back to you.
Yeah, it's not right.
Anal.
Also, I'd be freaked out. Like, I wouldn't go towards the stranger with his back
There's
to me.
no fucking way I would do that. No.
Yeah. For a moment, I was actually sort of glad someone else was out here. I'd freak him out telling him about the Bothy and maybe give him a ride to the warm village pub. There wasn't anything off about him, but my blood was pounding something terrible. I could feel my skin go colder than the wind warranted. The wind. When you're out in Scotland, you get used to it. It becomes white noise, so persistent you never hear it. Not really, but I stopped dead in my tracks and I listened to the wind whistling. I'm not saying that to be poetic. I mean, it was whistling. Literally, the same tune I was whistling.
Oh.
In fact, when I walked out that building, it was that tune that I couldn't remember. It was as if it knew I'd put the pieces together, and then the wind died. It went from pushing at my face and filling my ears with that fucking tune to silence, dead silence. I stared at the man on the ledge. He still hadn't turned. In the new stillness, that seemed wrong. Again, I'm sitting here trying to think of what to tell you, and though my heart's pounding, I can feel my palms starting to sweat thinking about it. I can't come up with the words to convey it. Gut instinct is getting there, but in the end, it's not close. I just knew in my bones and every bit of my brain and this animal fear of being devoured in the dark that this guy was not someone I wanted to get close to.
And why are you getting fucking close to him then, you bell piece?
Yeah, run, bitch. Of course, just as that hit me, without a shadow of doubt, the figure began to turn around. Not fast. Not like he was about to lunge. It was slow, measured. The back of his head began to twist around.
Oh.
Very gentle and smooth. Only his other muscles weren't moving. His neck muscles didn't seem to be changing, and when his head got far enough, it kept turning.
Hang on. What, so it just does like an exorcist thing? Like an owl?
Yeah.
Twit-twoo.
Like an owl. It kept turning when anyone else would have needed to move their shoulders round too. Now, I'm a big guy, not the sort of sensible people like to get into fights with. Statistically speaking, this bloke...
Like a swat.
Yeah, I know. He really likes himself.
Ego, yeah, he's a big fucking...
I'm a big fucking
no
caveman.
No one wants to touch me. I'm a big big dick.
Statistically speaking, this bloke wouldn't have been bigger or stronger than me, But when I saw the edge of his cheekbone and realised I was moments from seeing his face, I booked it. I ran right past him, eyes screwed shut, and praying to God I didn't go charging right off the cliff.
Yeah.
Praying to God I didn't feel something grabbing my shoulder as I went. And I didn't. I ran for as long as I could with my eyes shut, and when I opened them, I kept running, keeping my vision locked on the ground in front. I dropped the mag light somewhere, I couldn't remember when. You could buy something new. I wouldn't go back for all the money in the world, not until it was proper daylight and I had a whole team with me. When my lungs were burning and years of pints with the guys were catching up with me, I slowed to a jog. I'd covered a fair old way, and that person, for lack of a better word, hadn't shown any signs of moving. The car wasn't too far away. I sucked in the chilly air, trying to talk some sense back into myself. I was just freaked out, probably, by the Bothy. My eyes were playing tricks. Probably a hiker with earphones in. Once I had some power ballads going and the comforting rumble of the Land Rover around me, I quite like him now.
Yeah, that's changed my mind. Yeah. Now he's like, take you believe in love after love.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, he's all right.
Yeah.
I'd be right as rain. I'd tell the wife, she'd have a laugh about how I was turning soft, and we both moan about vandalising kids these days.
And then she'd ask me what I've been listening to, and I say that it's something like that, and then she never shags me again.
Yeah. I was feeling so cheered up, in fact, that when I reached the bottom of the cliff, I glanced behind me. My stomach clenched. I mean, physically, I felt the organ itself collapse and stiffen when I saw the summit. The light was weak, but not so gone that I couldn't see the figure silhouetted against the grey clouds. Maybe that wouldn't have been too bad. It proved I hadn't been followed, if nothing else, but it was facing me. It was looking right at me.
Fuck off.
I couldn't see any features from this distance, but I could just make out the angle of the head and shoulders. They were undeniably turned towards me, with the stillness a cat gets when it's seen its prey. I remembered the rabbits with their crushed bodies and glistening insides. I didn't let myself dwell on the image. Burning lungs and screaming legs be damned. I ran as fast as a man has ever run. I didn't look back. I didn't let myself wonder what the fuck I'd see. If I did, I kept going. I ran so hard that I almost ran into my car because I didn't dare look ahead. When I touched the metal and heard the click of the unlock in response to my key, I cried with relief. I was so happy to be back in the seat with over a ton of metal to back me up that I didn't wipe the tears away until I was well down the road.
Check the back of the seats, have you, mate? Check the back seat?
Don't.
Probably not.
This is grim.
Oh,
this is going to get worse, by the way. I didn't wipe the tears away until I was well down the road, going as fast as I could manage without risking a crash. I didn't look in the rearview mirror either.
Yeah, because you're an idiot.
Not until I reached a junction and I had to slow down. Of course, it was now pretty dark, so I couldn't see much out of it, but I still stared at it for a good few seconds just to check there was nothing untowards out there. There wasn't. Just quiet road, the shapes of hills and fields. It would have been beautiful if my heart still wasn't going as fast as a rabbit. I was still looking when I saw the dark figure out of the corner of my eye again. It wasn't behind me. I had just enough time to register it was in the middle of the road before my car hit it at about 50 miles an hour.
Oh, like I know what you did last summer.
No time to brake, no time to scream. It rolled up the bonnet and over the windshield, and in that second, in a split second, I saw its face. If you asked me to draw you a picture, I couldn't begin to. It was mostly obscured by my cracked windshield, but I remember fragments. It was like you'd cut up a few people's faces like a mad surgeon taking inspiration from Picasso, and a blind man roughly assembled them into something like a person. The eyes were a little too big, a little too black, the nose too long and too flat, the teeth, oh God, the teeth, at angles that were just impossible, and far too many of them.
Someone needs to go to Turkey.
The worst bit wasn't all that, though. It was the smile. Those terrible teeth were displayed with a smile that was cartoonish in its wideness, like the sort of semicircle a kid would draw. There was no fear, no dread of the crash, just a smile. Oh, that's vile. Vile. Witch.
I was just doing a creepy smile to Susie, and then she looked up from her phone and was like, "Fuck,
fuck." I was near blind with terror. If I'd looked at its face for any longer, I'd have gone mad. I can't put it any other way. It was a thing masquerading as a person, but a thing we weren't ever meant to see or know. I heard the thunk of it hitting the road. A more rational man, that's what I'd considered myself to be in that morning, would have assumed the adrenaline of the accident had caused hallucinations. A more rational man would have stopped the car, got out, called an ambulance, and checked on the twisted figure in the road. I didn't stop to think. I slammed the accelerator and drove like the devil himself had come to take me to hell. That's how I described it later, but of course that thing wasn't a devil. Satan's man-made, his horrors come from us, but that thing, that dark figure, it wasn't a devil. I didn't dip below 40 until I came to a halt outside the pub. My heart didn't stop pounding until I was inside and I could see people in there. One of them was a bloke I knew, another volunteer from the NBA who'd worked with me on a couple of Bothys in the area a year or two back. When he saw me all sweaty and pale, he ordered a lager for me and asked me what was what. I told him between sobs and coughs. Few people look at me funny. It's not every day you see a big hairy bloke crying into his lager. Pete didn't smile though. Not once. The Bothy up on the hill, yeah.
Bothy.
He'd lit up a cigarette. Oh, inside. Yeah, this is way back.
Yeah. Tony
Blair
and
and
cigarettes.
Cigs in pubs. I'm like, where are we?
Oh, God, I love Cigs in pubs.
It just gives you chills, doesn't it?
Yeah.
For a moment, I wondered whether he was only pretending to humour me, but his blue eyes were dead icy and not a hint of mocking in them. Yeah, Jesus, I said I'd fix it up. Nah, you ain't. I'll have a word with the owner and it'll be shut down.
Oh, no.
Just like that. With the alcohol warming my belly and the armchair soft against my back, the whole thing felt far away.
Oh, that sounds nice.
I opened my mouth to tell Pete it was probably kids and me getting superstitious in my middle age. He shook his head. First time anything like this has happened this far south. You were lucky, Mike. Is this a problem with a lot of Bothys? Bothys? Why are you snorting, Mike?
Why you being a wee piggy-wig?
Bothys? Not specifically. He took a long gulp of his own drink before leaning in. I could smell fags and stale alcohol on him.
Delicious.
Yeah, this is the fit one. It seems to like...
That is actually a fit smell, though, on a night out, I think. You know, when you're like, everyone's full of testosterone and like... You know, when you're like younger and you're like,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
now I'm like, get away, Adam.
Yeah, have a shower.
But then I was like, yes!
Yeah. Rollies. Yeah, the tobacco. It seems to like places people go alone, though. Bothies. It seems to like places that people go alone. Bothies, woods, cabins. What, like some kind of serial killer? He gave me a look and said in an even lower tone, "Come on, Mike. You think it's some nutter? You're the first person to have seen it up close, you know. Thank God. Thank God you didn't talk to it, you lucky son of a bitch." My heart fluttered. My skin tingled. Why? What happens when people talk to it?
Oh, did he talk to it?
You don't know. You're probably the world's authority now. He gave a short, rough laugh. All I've heard is from a mate up in the Western Isles is that sometimes a camper will talk about a strange person they've seen out in the wilderness. He says the ones that describe talking to it tend to have a habit of disappearing off the radar. You know what I mean? I was cold. My skin was pebbled with goosebumps and my throat nearly closed up. The pub lights seemed to dim as I struggled to suck in a good breath. And in my ear, I thought I heard the wind again, except this time it didn't whistle. This time it said, "Hey mate, you all right there?" Because that's what he said to him.
Oh.
The end.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
He gon' die, bitch.
Yeah, the Bothy demon's gonna come for him.
Wow, I imagined it in a raincoat and rain hat, like I know what you did last summer.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm really
But with a
excited to go and
demon,
see that.
with demon teeth.
Yeah,
I
demon
really
teeth.
enjoyed how atmospheric that was.
Yeah, it was nice and
I could feel the rain and the cold wind.
The problem for me is with those kind of stories, I love that weather so much that I go a bit like, oh yeah, lovely.
I know.
It takes me away from the scare because I'm like, oh, I love
You're
a
not
storm.
scared.
It's the weather aspect
Yeah.
because I love
You're
it
just
so
cozy.
much. It's cozy, yeah.
Yeah, but what
But
if
I-
you saw that?
I still enjoy those
with a head
Do you know what? I'm not.
that doesn't stop turning.
I'm not observant enough. It might have happened all around me all the time, and I'm just like plodding on with
your
my
way.
day. Yeah.
Yeah. Fine.
But it's not to say I don't enjoy those stories. I do because of the atmosphere.
Oh, of course. Thank you.
Because I do. Right. Are we ready then? Would you like another one?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Do you ever get that nagging feeling that you've forgotten something?
Yeah.
Hello?
Prawns. Hello, shrimp.
Hello? Yeah. Prawns! But you can't, you know that feeling that you've left something behind, but you can't remember what it was. It was just after 6 when I left the office and walked to the bus stop. As I stood there waiting for the bus to arrive, I had a strange sense of unease. I felt as if I'd left something important behind, but I just couldn't think about what it was. Maybe it's nothing, I tried to assure myself, but something was nagging at me. I felt like going back to check, but I was too tired. I just wanted to get home. When the bus came, I piled in with the other passengers. As usual, all the seats were taken, and I had to cling to the handrail as the bus lurched back and forth. I bumped into the man behind me and said, "I'm sorry," but he just looked away. Fucking classic. I hate public transport.
Yeah, it's horrific.
There was a man this morning that was proper man spreading, and I because we were talking about it last night, and I just went, "Excuse me."
Yeah.
Move your fucking leg, you prick.
Yeah.
Your Bermuda shorts.
Was it on the Bakerloo line?
Was? That's weird that he said that.
That's where my one was that we were talking about last night, where he just didn't move his legs. And I had to curl up into a pretzel so that I could sit opposite him.
Well, I only had one stop and I thought, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. I was like, excuse me.
I'm going to get more brave and start being like, move your legs, please.
On the train back from Cardiff the other day, there was a woman sat on the train and it was rammed. It was people on the aisle, people stood in the aisles, people stood in the vestibules, whatever they're called. And this woman was sat there with a bag on a seat. And this man was like, excuse me, can I sit there? She was like...
Honestly, that's just so
I was like,
rude.
are you mental?
Yeah.
I was almost going to say to someone like, Luke, can we share these seats? Can we do half and half? Because I'm knackered.
Yeah.
Anyway, boring
story. Did you sit
story.
down or did you stand up?
Stand up.
That's so horrific.
Honestly, I can't tell you how broken I was. I think I could. No, I don't think you can get a refund. For standing, which is, I fucking hate trains. Anyway, I can't get into the train chat because it'll do my head in.
Yeah,
but I was stood up and I paid a lot of money for a first class ticket when I saw how busy the platform was. So I got on and I was like, fine, at least I'm going to sit down. I am embarrassed about how much it was. So I went and got into the first class carriage and I sat down. Anyway, all fucking full. Every seat taken. So as I got off and I got into another carriage, I was like, I'm going to have to go to another first class carriage.
Yeah.
Everyone piled on and I was stuck.
Oh, no.
So I then went refund on that one.
Yeah.
And then that was that.
And you did get it?
I got a refund,
Oh, Jesus
but I was like,
Christ.
oh my fucking God, what if I've just paid all this money to sit down?
Yeah.
And now I can't get to it.
They're usually a bit weird about refunds. I'm surprised you got that straight away.
I am as well. But Trainline, if you, little hack everyone, if you book it and you get on the train, while you're on the journey, after someone's checked your ticket, physical ticket, just get a refund and they'll give it to you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what if you have to bash out at the end?
I mean...
I don't like that,
I've got a physical ticket, so...
Oh, you print it?
Yeah,
That's
and then I
old
get a
school.
refund. Because you get a refund.
Oh.
Because if you did it on your phone...
We don't condone crime, though.
I do towards trains.
Yeah, I hate trains.
Kill the trains.
Yeah. Burn the trains.
Anyway, right, so she's on the thing and she bumped into the man, but he just ignored her. More and more, I felt that I had left something important at the office. The farther the bus carried me from the office, the more certain I became of it. I went over the day in my mind. I thought about my creepy boss staring at me all day. I thought about the other secretaries gossiping about how he had a crush on me. I thought about the letters he'd told me to post. Had I forgotten them? No, of course not. I thought about the meetings I had to schedule. Had I scheduled them? Of course. I racked my brain for some clue as to what I'd forgotten. I told myself that I'd feel better when I got home. The uneasy feeling wouldn't leave me. I got off the bus at my usual stop, but when I came to the lane that led to my house, I finally gave in. It's no use, I thought. This will be nagging at me all night. I have to go back to the office and see what it was that I overlooked. As tired as I was, I made my way back to the bus stop and back to the office. She's very, very diligent.
Yeah.
I'd be like, go to bed, forget about it.
Yeah.
I was just doing this to put my eyes at ease, to put my mind at ease. As I got off the bus, I heard the clock strike 7. I walked quickly up the side street to the office and turned the key in the door. Quickly, I ran up the stairs, and when I opened the office door, I suddenly stopped in my tracks. I'd realised what I'd left behind. It was me. My body was lying strangled on the floor. The end.
Oh!
Dead! Creepy boss, I reckon.
Oh! Blimey, that was quick.
It's all very fast.
0 to 100.
Yeah, body dead.
Oh my.
Yeah, she's a ghost. Man ignored her on the train, didn't he? Very, very,
Oh,
very,
I enjoyed
very.
that.
Lots of foreshadowing.
God, that was fast.
Yeah. Sue's like, I wasn't prepared to start again.
Oh, my goodness. No, I love that.
You know me.
I've got part 2, by the way, of the Welsh story. Do you remember?
Oh yes.
So
lovely.
I must go back in.
Lovely. So there was the twins.
Yes.
The twins.
Yes. So what happened was this woman has moved with her husband to this quiet Welsh village.
Yes.
And she sees these like photos of these twins. She's like, I look a lot like them.
Mm.
And as she sees them on like their photos of the twins plastered onto a mirror in the basement, suddenly she hears a banging of a door. Someone's locked her inside the basement and locked it from the outside. So we're going into part 2 of the Welsh story.
So is the story true about the twins, or is this story true?
True about the twins. I think this could be true. I don't know. We'll have to find out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it is actually.
The second I was locked in the basement, I started to hyperventilate. Who was in my house and why did they lock me in? I was hoping it was just a burglar and they'd take what they want without hurting me, but I began pacing around the basement. Time felt like it was going slowly and I was hearing loud crashes and thuds from above. Whoever was in the house, they were trashing the place.
Oh, no.
Then I heard it. A weird and very feminine voice began to ramble on endlessly. It continued to grow louder until it got to the point where I felt like she was calling down to me in some other language. I don't know if I was in shock or my adrenaline was kicking in, but I couldn't understand a word of it. It sounded like an extremely fast-paced form of gibberish. I slowly started up the stairs, trying not to make a noise while getting closer to the door to get a better chance at making out what my intruder was saying as she tore my house apart.
Yeah.
Even with my ear against the door, I couldn't make out any English words.
Oh, because had something scuttled from the basement and gone upstairs?
Yeah.
That was it, wasn't it?
Yeah. In an instant, all the noise suddenly stopped. I stood there with my hand over my mouth for a moment, trying to make out any noise. I didn't want my intruder to know I was making an attempt at eavesdropping. Then, with a crash, it sounded like the intruder put all of her body weight against the basement door. It sent me tumbling backwards down the stairs. I landed hard, knocked my head against the last step on the staircase. I lay there in fear as I heard the deadbolt to the basement door unlock.
Oh, no.
I decided to close my eyes and try my best to pretend I was unconscious. My intruder opened the creaky door and started step by step down the stairs. When she reached the bottom of the staircase, she stood over my body. I could feel her gaze on me as I was lying on the floor below her. I'm sure my intruder was a woman now. She let out a higher-pitched humming noise every time she breathed deeply. She also smelled like some horrible perfume, one of those overpowering floral ones. By now, I was really on the brink of passing out due to the actual head injury I'd sustained. I prayed she wouldn't hurt me when and if I lost consciousness for real. The last thing I remember before passing out was her kneeling down next to my face and resting her cheek to cheek against mine.
Oh.
She was starting to whisper something to me.
Sounds like a big come on.
I can't remember fully what she said, but it was something like, "You promised me, Jennifer, you promised."
Oh, this is fingering.
I woke up in a hospital bed. Ryan was sitting next to me, looking pale and worried. I smiled a little and he took my hand and gave me a kiss. "Hi, baby," he gently said. "Hi, am I okay?"
Hi, cause you know what the fuck's happened?
Well, am I all right? Do I have my legs? "Yeah, you're fine, don't worry. The doctor said you had concussion, but that you can go home in the morning. They just want to keep you overnight for observation." "What time is it?" "It's almost 3 a.m. Do you need anything? I can get you some juice or something to eat." "No, but did you call the police?" He paused and let go of my hand. "Why would I call the police? You had a fall." "No, Ryan, someone was in the house. They locked me in the basement, tore up the upstairs. Was anything missing? Stolen?"
Also, don't say I had a fall like I'm 85.
Yeah, I know. I fucking fell down the stairs because a mad bitch slammed the door against me.
Yeah, I didn't have a fall.
"Baby, you sure you didn't just hit your head?"
I hate him.
I hate him.
Prick.
Ryan's a fucking twat.
Ryan's a prick, yeah.
"Baby, you sure
What a name, Ryan.
I know. Nothing was out of place at all. Nothing was missing. Nothing was moved or broken, I don't think. The door was even locked from the inside. Someone would need to have a key for that. I know what I saw. It was a woman. When I fell down the stairs, she stood over me and talked to me like before I passed out." Well, what did she say? Something about promising her something. She knew my name and everything. Ryan kissed my forehead and turned to leave the room. He's a fucking prick. He doesn't believe her.
Ryan's the kind of name that's like, oh, I'm allergic to condoms.
Yeah, yeah.
I was told they never fit me.
Yeah.
They strangle me bollocks because my cock's too big.
Yeah, but it isn't, Ryan.
It's not, Ryan.
It's not.
Never is.
It's just not. I started to cry a bit. Was I imagining anything? I felt like I was starting to lose it. When Ryan returned, he had a nurse in tow with him. She had an IV bag with medicine. What's that? Something to calm you a bit, said the nurse. Ryan, you believe me, right? You don't think I'm hysterical or crazy? Of course I believe you. Just sleep. Tomorrow we'll go home and sort this out. I won't leave your side, I promise. I smiled faintly. I felt like a crazy person. I know Ryan loves me, but I could tell he thought I was being delusional because of my concussion. I shifted to a comfortable stance in the bed and gave into the sedative. Sedative?
What, I love a sedative.
I fell into a deep sleep that honestly felt great considering the situation that brought me there. When I woke up, Ryan took me home and I saw what he was trying to tell me. Nothing looked at all different upstairs. Nothing was broken or moved. How could I have heard so much noise and hysterics from that crazy woman, but no evidence left behind proving what I experienced? I waited till Ryan went into the shower to start to dig into the shelves with all of the Gibbons kids' pictures and scrapbooks. There had to be something she was looking for if she didn't want to steal anything. Most scrapbooks and albums were there, as I last saw them. It wasn't until the last album I looked at that I noticed a difference. One of the twins from the picture I saw in the basement had her face scratched out on the album cover. Above her head, the word liar and bitch was scribbled in red Sharpie. I put it back. I didn't want to tell Ryan. I was worried he thought I was losing it. I put away all the family pictures, checked all the doors and windows to make sure they were locked, and climbed into bed. It's been a week since this has happened, and I don't know what to do. I haven't seen the intruder again, but I've had this feeling of being watched. Not even being watched, but being mimicked. It's hard to explain, but I feel like someone's following me and repeating all the motions I'm making. I also can't bring myself to go into the basement again, even though I know there are potentially more clues down there to help me figure out what's going on. And then she's put, I Googled these twins and all the signs are pointing that I bought June and Jennifer Gibbons' family home. I don't know what to do next, but I'm going to try and track down the realtor to ask more questions and see if she'll tell me more about the Gibbons' parents. Maybe that girl Claire will know something next time I see her. I could even try Broadmoor Hospital where the twins were committed, but I'm afraid of mental hospitals and I'll keep you all updated.
Yeah, everyone's a little bit averse to them. I've got this really
sadly,
weird...
I'm just afraid.
I've got this really weird phobia of mental hospitals.
I'll keep you updated. I just hope June isn't stalking me for living in her childhood home. Yeah. I'm not sure about contacting the police yet because I've been reading a lot about how my town is still afraid of her to this day. I don't want to be shunned too for being involved with the case. I'm just so petrified to seek more details about June. If you have any ideas, I'd be grateful.
Wow.
And these are real twins, so I think one of the twins has mistaken her for her twin.
So what did the twins
liar,
do?
Bitch. Well, that's a really good question. Okay, June and Jennifer Gibbons were twin sisters who grew up in Wales. They became known as the Silent Twins since they only communicated with each other. They wrote works of fiction. The girls committed several crimes, including vandalism, theft and arson, which led them to being admitted to Broadmoor Hospital. They were sentenced to indefinite detention under the Mental Health Act and were held for 11 years.
Sad.
Yeah, it is a sad story.
Be sad.
But I wonder, and then Jennifer died. And obviously this story is about the fact that maybe June, when she left, went back to her family home, saw this woman, was convinced it was her twin.
Oh, God.
And is trying to communicate with her telepathically like she used to do with her twin. But obviously she's angry at her. So the whole thing is, really, really creepy.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
No, thank you.
Do you want one more? Are you ready for another?
Yes.
Late one night, a shambling figure made its way down a deserted city street. I love the word deserted. Makes me think of dessert. Makes me think of sticky toffee pudding. It arrived at an apartment building and went inside. The landlady caught a glimpse of the strange figure struggling up the stairs. It'd be me, knackered. All of a sudden, she heard a crash and the sound of splintering wood. Then there were terrified screams and the sound of a terrible struggle. She ran to the phone and called the police, but when she came back, there was a fearful silence. Cautiously, the landlady made her way up the stairs until she saw a broken door. It was the door to the apartment of one of her tenants, a university student named Michael Flynn. Peering through the doorway, she saw Michael lying on the floor. He was mortally injured and his face... Does that mean dead?
Well, yeah.
He was mortally injured and his face had been beaten to a pulp. She helped him onto the bed and was trying to make him comfortable, but it was clear that he was dying. So she's just let this random figure go upstairs and murder poor old Michael
She's
Flynn.
like, he looks pretty bad shape.
I'll try and make you comfortable, mate, but you are dying. What happened, Michael?
Call the police.
Could you give him a minute?
Yeah.
I think she has called the police.
Oh, she has.
In the meantime, but he's dying. You're like, what happened,
Are you
Michael?
okay?
Michael let out an agonised groan. It all started with my lecture at university.
He doesn't have time for this.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. His name was Professor Jerome. Ooh. He was an old man with grey hair and he walked with a cane. He must have been 70 years old if he were a day.
Yeah,
Why
you
are
don't
you
have
talking
time for
like
this, Michael.
He was doing research. This is like a full story from Michael on his deathbed.
Wow.
He was doing research on hypnotism and I volunteered to be one of his test subjects. One evening, he invited me to his house. He wanted me to assist him with a hypnotic experiment. He told me he wanted to put me into a trance. Have you ever done hypnosis?
No.
Really like to try it.
I would. I don't think I'm very open.
No, I don't think I am either. I think I'd just go sleep.
Yeah.
I felt a little nervous, but I trusted him. After all, he was my professor. He took out his pocket watch and held it in front of my eyes. I watched it swinging back and forth. I listened to the soothing sound of his voice and gradually felt myself falling into a trance. All of a sudden, I felt as if I was separating from my body. I was a free spirit cut loose from the flesh.
Jesus.
Yep. I was floating up and up, and when I looked down, I saw my body sitting in the chair and Professor Jerome standing over me. The room started swirling around me, and then it simply vanished. I was moving through a new world, floating through a strange world of mist and shadow, drifting through an unearthly place of fog and darkness. I had no idea where I was or where I was going. Eventually, as he's literally bleeding out, I wanted to go back to my body, so I floated back the way I had come. When I returned to the room, I was horrified to find my body was moving around on its own. Someone had stolen it!
This is mental.
I didn't have to look far for the culprit. Professor Jerome's body sat slumped in a chair. He was dead.
What?
Professor Jerome's died, and his
Right.
spirit's taken over Michael Flynn's body.
Oh.
It didn't take me long to work out what had happened. While I was gone, he'd left his body and taken over mine. His body was old and he knew he was going to die soon, so he stole a healthy young body. My body!
My goddamn body,
My
Michael
body.
Flynn.
I watched helplessly as Professor Jerome walked away with my body and set about living my life.
So it's Professor Jerome in Michael Flynn.
Yeah, and Professor Jerome's dead because his body's old and he was like... Eh.
Oh, so he's taken... So really, Michael Flynn's not bleeding out. Jerome is.
We're unsure yet because
We're
this is
unsure.
Michael Flynn telling the story.
I see.
Do you know what I mean? I'm quite enjoying it. I was setting about living my life. I was I don't know why I did it like Borat.
My life, my wife.
I was trapped in that world of mist and shadow, doomed to wander aimlessly for all eternity. Without a body, I was nothing but a free spirit. It was a fate worse than death. I don't know how long I lingered in that gloomy nether world. I nearly said nether regions. Perhaps it was months or maybe it was years. Finally, something struck me. It was so simple and I wondered why I didn't think of it before. I searched and searched until eventually I found what I was looking for. The cemetery where Professor Jerome's body had been buried.
Oh, wow.
I floated down through the earth and entered the coffin where I possessed the body.
You've done a swap.
Well, yeah, but this body's going to be rotting.
Yeah, you don't want that. It's not a fair swap.
I would rather be just a free spirit roaming around than stuck in a body of rotting
decrepit
flesh.
Old lad. Yeah.
The rest of it was not easy, but I managed to claw my way out of that grave and pull myself up to the surface. Oh, that's all right then.
I suppose a body's better than none at all.
Yeah. When I stood up and tried to walk, I realised that too much time had gone by. Professor Jerome's body was now a rotting corpse. With every step I took, pieces of flesh were dropping off my body. I had to keep going. My spirit controlled the awful decaying thing and forced it to move forward. I made my way home, back to my apartment building, up the stairs, and I kicked the door down. You can imagine the horror on Professor Jerome's face, my face, when he turned around and saw his own rotting corpse body standing in the doorway. His eyes grew wide, his jaw dropped open, and he began trembling and shaking with fear. I threw myself at him and my bony fingers wrapped around his throat, strangling him. I was trying to throttle the life out of him. It was a terrible struggle. Each time I smashed my fists into his face, bits of my body would drop off. Each time I stomped on his head, my body would crumble more and more. I was falling to pieces, but I kept on beating him. Eventually, I accomplished what I'd come to do. I had beaten him nearly to death. Professor Jerome's spirit abandoned the dying body, my body,
Oh, I see.
and floated up into the air.
Right.
I was able to possess my own body again. I'm back in my own body.
How many times do they have to say body?
I really enjoy it. How glorious it feels to be back in my body.
Except your body's fucked, mate.
And with that, the student breathed his last. His eyes closed and he finally died. There was a serene smile on his face. The landlady had listened to the entire story, but she didn't believe a word of it. However, when she turned on the lights, she was horrified to find the rotting corpse of an old man lying in pieces on the floor.
Oh, that's vile.
The end. My body.
My body.
My body. I quite enjoyed that.
My body,
actually.
my choice.
I didn't see it going that way,
No.
but there we are.
No. Yeah, that's vile.
My body, bitch. My bitchin' body.
My bitchy body.
Body to body, funky to funky.
Funky to funky.
Very funky body as well.
What? Who sang that?
Ask me a
Bad,
question,
it's
I'll tell you
Samantha
they lies.
Mumba.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Samantha
Body to
Mumba.
body.
Oh, it might have been
Funky
actually.
to
Yeah.
funky.
Was it Samantha Mumba?
I think it
I thought it was
might have been.
much earlier than Mumba's time. To know Mumba.
I swear.
Fuck off.
I'm
I'm gonna have to find out. Body to body, funky to funky. Oh, body to body massage, King's Cross. It was Samantha O'Mumba. You're correct.
Yeah.
And do you know what I love about O'Mumba is that it's called Body to Body, but she's spelt it body.
Number 2.
No, the 2 lines.
Oh, Roman. Very Roman of her.
Very Roman. Roman,
Wow.
Irish. She sings in an American accent.
She's
what
very
more?
cultural, isn't she?
What more can you want from Samantha O'Mumba?
She's not an O.
It's funny though.
Right. Would you like a creep of the week?
Cow.
Creep of the week.
Oh, it's hot in here. I'm sweaty bollocks.
Sweaty. Okay, this is from...
I really would struggle with the sweaty bollocks if I had bollocks.
Oh, I don't think they give a fuck.
No, they don't because they're pigs, but it would bother me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%.
Everything's
This is from
sticking.
Chloe.
Thanks, Chloe.
It's a little late.
Sorry to prelude with sweaty bollocks.
There's a mirror on level 3 of the local hospital parking structure.
Lovely.
Not mounted, just leaning, propped against the concrete wall between an old fire extinguisher cabinet and a pipe that drips when it rains. It's dusty, silver-edged, and looks older than the building itself, and no one remembers putting it there. It wasn't part of construction. Security tried to move it, but every time they do, it's back.
Oh.
By the morning.
Oh.
Same spot, same angle, same faint outline of a handprint that never quite wipes away.
Oh.
So people leave it alone, and no one parks on level 3 anymore. A nurse named Adele was the first to say something. She was leaving late, 2 a.m., car parked down on 3. She said she passed the mirror and saw someone behind her in the reflection. A man. Thin, pale, mouth open like he was trying to scream. But when she turned around, it was empty. When she looked back, he was closer.
Oh, no, I don't like that.
Just behind her shoulder in the glass, not smiling, not moving, just there, staring. She took the stairs after that and quit 2 months later. Didn't say why. A teenage boy went missing in the parking structure last year. Dare, apparently. His friends told the police he'd been dared to look into the mirror at midnight, just for fun. They said he stared too long and didn't blink, didn't breathe, then smiled. slowly, wider than they'd ever seen, and he walked into the reflection, into it, like it was water, like it opened for him. He hasn't been found, and CCTV glitched that night. Static for exactly 1 minute and 13 seconds. The mirror doesn't reflect light. If you stand still and watch carefully, you'll notice small things. Your reflection doesn't blink when you do. It turns its head a second too late. Its expression lingers longer than yours. And sometimes you leave, but your reflection doesn't. It stays, smiling, just watching you walk away like it's waiting.
Oh.
Nobody goes to level 3 anymore, but if you ever find yourself there, alone, in a humming concrete quiet, don't look into the mirror. And if you must, whatever you do, don't smile first.
Oh.
Where the fuck is that mirror, please? Would you look into it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you would.
I think definitely. We must go.
Where
was it? Do we know?
America. I think America.
Well, let's go there then.
But it's very hard to know. It might not. I always assume America, but no, I'm going to say England.
Yeah.
England. I think it's England.
Yeah, like it sounds like a pissy car park.
Yeah, shitty Asda.
Yeah,
7 levels.
Shall we do? We get on to see it.
Yeah. Do you want to do on me the try and colour of the tarot?
Yes, we absolutely can do that.
Because we did that last time.
Right, you ready?
Yeah. You pick it up. Have a look at the colour that you want to send me from it. Are you sending it to me?
Okay, hang on.
But it's the most prevalent colour. You can't just pick one.
It's very hard to say, really. No, okay, fine.
Okay.
Sending it. Ready?
Yeah.
Can you get in anything?
I'm getting black.
Are you fucking kidding?
Yeah.
It's black.
Really?
Yeah, it's black.
I knew it.
Do you know, I'm sick of this. I was nearly going to say, hang on, let me write it down.
No, there's no denying that the most prevalent colour on that card.
Do you think that is? Because I didn't know whether it was blue. But then I was like, no, it's got to be black.
No, I got black. I got black immediately.
Weird.
I think we might be getting better at this.
Shall we do one more as a test?
No. Absolutely not.
Nope.
No. No.
Wow.
I'm taking that win.
That's amazing. Wow, we're finally getting
haunted.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love.
The telepathy runs.
Thank you so much for joining us. If you want more, you know where to go. You can get bonus episodes, you get ghost hunts on Patreon and Spotify, whichever you prefer. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. Love you. Bye.